What's up, gospel movie lovers all over the world? You're welcome to this special FANTALK edition where we'll be discussing the performance of gospel movies so far in this new decade and other matters that have arisen and influenced the drama ministry or the gospel film industry, if you like. Ideally, this video should have come in July, but with the first few episodes of Abattoir Season 1 turning out to be something really special, I decided to hold on, and here we are. Also, in a way, this video is something of a sequel to a video I did earlier this year, 5 Things Gospel Movies Need in 2020. The link to it is at the top right corner of your screen. Please watch that one before this one so that you have a more enlightening experience. Alright, so let's FANTALK. Trailers and release dates. For movie productions this year, I noticed that there have been improvements in most of the areas I talked about in that earlier video, and the standard is getting high. I discussed the role of trailers and notification of release dates in building anticipation in the audience for upcoming movies. So the appetites of audiences worldwide were whetted for major film releases such as One Street, One Sound or Source, The Train, Patrick Syndrome, The Wonderful Name, Mary's Option, Abattoir, and a host of others with beautiful and well done trailers. The Train was slated for a May release date, The Wonderful Name for June, Couple of the Year, and the 6 episodes of Abattoir Season 1 ran every Sunday from July 3 to August 9. Abattoir even made the attempt to be specific about the time of release, 12 p.m., and that mostly was the case. The 1 or 2 times that there were challenges and it was released at 4 p.m. or later in the day instead, the song on social media was the same, perfectly illustrated by this Twitter post by Toby Olumuyiwa, who himself plays a role in the movie. It was an exciting series and many people just longed for godly content. I remember refreshing Damilola Mike Bamloi's YouTube page again and again just to catch that new episode whenever it dropped. It's a really nice thing happening in the drama ministry, and I hope it will continue for a long time. YouTube and coronavirus. There has been a tremendous increase in the number and activities of drama ministries on YouTube in 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic, which led to lockdowns that made physical gatherings mostly difficult and sometimes impossible, has brought online content to prominence. Hence, there is more accessibility to gospel movies, particularly from Nigeria. I think the progression has been from the cinemas back then to VHS, home video, VCDs, DVDs, storage devices, and now the internet. That's not surprising. After all, this era is called the computer age. Hence, many ministries have moved on to this platform, and that has changed a lot. In my opinion, the concept of latest movie is being redefined because movies we didn't have access to before, mostly because they weren't available in our countries or states, have now come to our gadgets. Thus, these ministries upload many of their previous, I wouldn't say old in that sense, their previous films, many of which have such powerful content that still feels fresh and relevant to us today. So, it matters not too much what year it was actually produced. What matters is that now we have access to such movies and are being blessed through them. I plan to review a few of them in months to come by God's grace. One thing I see needs to be worked upon though is the quality of the movie poster. I'll talk about that later in this video. New genres. I would say what we have had this year so far is new approaches to genre and new formats. Adeola Oluwagbemi's One Street, One Sound took on the matters of sexual immorality and perversion and the rapture in a new way. The mini-movie format, with 9 episodes, was employed by Shola Adiaga in The Prime Suspect, while Damilola Mike Bamloye gave us 6 episodes of Thrill in Abattoir Season 1. Similarly, Opeyemi Akintunde gave us real charming episodes of From Ashes. Victor Lukoju's Noted was split into 2 parts, the first on DMB YouTube channel and the second on his. We had the 21st century adaptation of the Mary, Martha, Lazarus, Jesus story in Seun Adejumobi's Mary's Option and the biopic about evangelist Mike Bamloye, The Train. These movies and many more came up with novel ideas, and I think it's been an enjoyable year for me as a gospel movie fan and critic. Movie awards. Gospel Film Festival, Go Festival, had made a call for entries as early as February this year, but with the unprecedented pandemic, I think it's been put on hold. I hope it can still be organized for later this year in order to acknowledge excellence in 2019 gospel films. So those are the improvements I've observed so far this year. Next, I would like to talk about the areas that still need some work and my general observations about the ministry this year. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Inaccurate subtitles. With all the improvements recorded so far this year, I didn't think that the matter of inaccurate subtitles would still remain. Errors in subtitles have a way of distracting the audience, and I think this is an aspect that should be given more attention to. It shouldn't be that after having done all to make our productions excellent, it's the subtitles that would then give them some form of a blemish. I hope that by the time I'm reviewing the second half of this year, the story would have been different. Movie posters. Movie posters play a very important role in the perception of a movie unwatched. Now that there is an influx of Christian content on the internet because of the global lockdown, the audience cannot possibly watch every single one of them. So the packaging of individual movies matters a lot. I'm referring to the movie poster as well as the thumbnail used on YouTube. Personally, unless by recommendation, there are some movies I will not be quick to watch because the movie posters or thumbnails are so pedestrian and are not attractive. So I hope that this will be worked on and will have better packages for gospel movies. Soundtrack. I have a feeling that with regards to the original soundtracks used by gospel movies, we can do a bit better. Personally, I think that if the original soundtrack of a movie contains the title of the movie itself, the actual song should be played towards the end credits or something. If I'm watching a movie and at the beginning of almost every scene, I hear the title of the movie being sung at me, it makes the movie boring. Using the instrumentals of the soundtracks during the actual movie is a better approach. That's quite okay. Similarly, I don't think the original soundtracks must contain the titles of the movies. There's this series running on the Winlow's YouTube page, Reverse Forward. The soundtrack is very nice, it's very cool, even though I haven't really settled down to listen to what the song is saying. So better produced soundtracks are highly welcome. A step higher than that, I think, is the use of already existing songs along with the original soundtrack of the movie at strategic points in the film. I think though that this would involve a lot of paperwork in getting permissions and all that, but it would just be really cool. Conclusion, my general observations. As a whole, I think it's been a very good year for gospel movies. Drama ministries are working tirelessly to produce quality content. Even short movies, I think, are gaining more influence. Ansi Drama You Fit Fly invested in a short movie, The Wonderful Name, even premiered a short film called during our annual camp meeting that was held online this time around, Fuel the Fire Conference, a big program. I recently watched some short movies from Mount Zion and really they were powerful movies. The message and cinematography of 100,000 was fantastic and the same was found in A Minute More. I think those are my favorites. I get goose pimples whenever I watch them. Really powerful movies. So short films can be really impactful too. I'll leave the links to some of my favorite short films in the description below. The place of gospel movies as a channel of light and life has been more pronounced this year. With the restrictions on movement for the past few months, people have been forced to stay at home and parents now see the importance of feeding their children with godly content. As I was taught, gospel movies play the roles of restoration, regeneration, revival, challenging believers, and enlightenment, and many gospel movies have been doing them. These are the things that qualify a movie to be called gospel. I bless God that drama ministers have been making their content available and people are getting more attracted to gospel movies. It's like we are perpetually surrounded by God's presence because even as we are watching movies, things that maybe are primarily for entertainment, we're getting edified, we're getting blessed. The lives of the characters have become so real that some even find themselves praying for those fictional characters. A focal point of the drama ministry this year was the 60th birthday celebration of evangelist Mike Bamloe, during which the train was released. This movie kind of just made everyone a reviewer. Reviews poured in from all over. Everyone had one thing or the other to say and testify to about it. And I think this opened up another channel of publicity in a big way. A lot of people are making recommendations of gospel movies, and I believe more people would have become gospel movie fans in the process. It's been really beautiful to witness, and I don't know what exactly God will still do or what His plans to do through this drama ministry, but we can be sure that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask for, all we could ever think of, all we could ever imagine, according to His great power that works in us. So the only way to go is forward in Jesus' name. Alright, we've come to the end of this FANTALK edition. What other improvements have you noticed and what areas do you think still need improvement? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll leave the links to all the movies I mentioned in this video in the description. Till next month when we begin another round of reviews and FANTALK editions, stay blessed. Thank you, Jesus. That's a wrap, boys. What's that? Breaking news? Wait, let me see that. We haven't had breaking news on this channel before. Well, this isn't breaking news. I can't read this. Oh, a lot of people don't know yet. Alright, okay. At least get me a befitting costume. Thank you. Information just reaching our desk lets us know that the highly anticipated Season 2 of Abattoir has been slated for release later this year. This was contained in a video by the creator Damilola Mike Bamloye and the DOP Joshua Mike Bamloye, where viewers were also warned against downloading fake episodes of the series. Gospel movie fans all around the world wish them all the best in the project and pray that God will continue to strengthen them. From us at You Never Walk Alone Productions, good day.